Finally, the Philadelphia Eagles have signed all of their draft selections. It is finally done with, and we're just waiting for training camp, days away. And I want to talk about the DeAndre Hopkins signing to the Titans. I want to give my little take on that. And, yeah, it should be really interesting, so let's get into it.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Today is July 17th. We are just a few days away. Very, very close. I think, 25th is Eagles training camp. But some news on the Eagles front as we've getting closer to it, to training camp. Kelee Ringo has officially signed his contract. I wasn't worried. I wasn't. I was just wondering why it was taking so long at this point. But, for a guy that was supposed to be a slated second round, at least middle to late second round draft selection that was taken in the fourth round, and Eagles aggressively moved up, aggressively moved up, and got him before the day started, and obviously very excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. Just how much noise is he going to make in training camp? And I'm glad this whole thing is done. I'm excited for our cornerback room, not just Kelee Ringo, but a lot of new faces in that cornerback room. The competition, obviously, you're bringing in a lot of guys for competition during training camp. That's the norm on every position. But Kelee Ringo is just special to see what they do with him, to see if they cross-train him, to see if they, maybe see something else in him. You know what I mean? Instead of waiting 3 years for him to start as a cornerback, if that's going to be the case for the future. So, I hope everybody's happy with it. I didn't expect this news today at all, but it is happening. It is done. The draft selections are officially signed. All of them are done, and I can't wait. I'm pretty pumped. Secondly, I want to go and talk about DeAndre Hopkins signing to the Tennessee Titans. And this is what I don't get what these NFL players do. Like, these NFL players think they know, like, what a good front office is, what a good team is. So some players just have no idea. Are they chasing a ring? Are they chasing money? Are they chasing both? DeAndre Hopkins signing a 2-year deal, with the Titans. It was 2 years, $26 million. I think incentives up to $32 million. He gets $12 million his first year. Okay. $12 million his first year. So obviously he'll get 13, whatever it is. The Titans are just, I would have loved, obviously this would have been something I would have liked for the Philadelphia Eagles if they would have signed him. Did I care about it? No. Did I make videos on it? Yes. Like, obviously I covered it to see where everything was kind of, laying when it came to the interest. There was the Bills. You had good teams like the Bills. Kansas City had a good amount of interest. But, the Titans, the Patriots, those were two teams that were really the top two teams for DeAndre Hopkins' services. Now, the thing I don't get is he wanted to go. Well, I do get it. I'm just explaining why he thought in his mind. He named the top 5 quarterbacks. It went viral. Jalen Hurts was on the list, obviously. So anybody not named top 5 quarterback material, he was going to get a lot of attention. Now, are the Titans getting better? Sure. Is their offensive line probably better? Hopefully, with getting Skoronski, having Dillard on the left side, and hopefully, they get a lot of guys back from health and they're more healthy. They were the more unhealthy teams last year. And you make a move like this for 2 years for Ryan Tannehill, which Ryan Tannehill is not going to get you over the hump. Ryan Tannehill is not going to get you a Super Bowl. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? We knew that, I didn't think Hopkins was going to sign anywhere for a cheaper deal. Okay, if he wanted a ring, if he wanted to sign with the Bills, he wanted to sign with KC, he wanted to sign with the Eagles, he would have had to take a major pay cut on a short-term deal. No doubt. Okay, that's the only reason why he's taking more money. I mean, the Eagles weren't going to pay a number 3 receiver $12 million for the year. It just wasn't going to happen. Okay, that's why, Hopkins says he wants to go to a team that has a good front office, and the problem is that you don't know if the Titans have a good front office because literally they just got a new GM this year. They just got a brand new GM this year. So they changed their front office from last year into this year. Okay, the biggest mistakes that they made was trading A.J. Brown. There's no doubt that every Titans fan is sitting here and literally realizing that, and I'm getting a lot of, Kenny Golladay vibes from a trade like this. Not saying that, Hopkins isn't good, because I think he's very good. Maybe having Hopkins will put up the production of Treylon Burks, and he's had issues staying on the field as well with some injuries, concussions, stuff like that. But he has shown flashes. And the depth really isn't that bad. So adding DeAndre Hopkins to that group isn't a bad thing, but they just don't have the quarterback for it. They got a good running back. They just, they got to see if their offensive line's going to hold up this year, make sure their health holds up this year. Their defense is getting some pieces back, which is good. Got some young talent back there. But, I don't think it really puts them over the mark. And obviously, if this was something for long term, if Hopkins signed like a 4-year deal to the Titans or something like that, it would be more certain that, yeah, sure, he'll play at a top level every year. Maybe he only signed a 2-year deal because, the Titans don't want to put too much money into a guy that's, getting up there in age, still relatively, young, but, has still some fuel, some gas left in the tank a little bit to make some plays and do some things. I liked him being more of a number 2 for a team to maybe a number 3 for I like the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, the Eagles didn't really need him, but it would have been cool just to see it happen. But at the same time, I know the Eagles really love Quez Watkins. He's on a contract year. He's going to work his tail off and hopefully really surprise us. And obviously, obviously having Alamati Zaccheaus is another one as well. I know I say his name wrong every time. Getting Zaccheaus was another depth piece for the Philadelphia Eagles. And until I seen like he was actually visiting the Philadelphia Eagles or he was on his way to Philadelphia, I wasn't going to believe any of this that it was happening. So in his mind, he went to a team is a contending team, which I don't think the Titans are. These NFL players think they know everything when it comes to, what's a contending team and what's not and what's a good front office. And, unfortunately, Hopkins has dealt with really bad front offices over the years, so I totally get he wanted to. So really anything is better than what he was with Houston and probably with the Cardinals now. So he kind of wanted to, change the scenery a little bit. And I don't blame him for that at all. But when it comes down to it, we did not need him. It just wasn't in the cards for us as much. It would have been a lot more fun to play with. I'm good with having Quez. I'm good with having Zaccheaus, even if you sign Julio Jones as a depth piece or something like that. Titan fans are very excited. I have one good friend that is a Titans fan, and he's very excited about this. But unfortunately for me, when I look at that roster, it comes down to that quarterback, and I just have no trust in Ryan Tannehill. And I feel like 2 years is going to be just 2 years of a waste of his time. You know what I mean? If you're going to take less money and you want a championship, then you go to a team. That's why he didn't go to the Bills. That's why when KC had interest, he didn't go to KC, because he wanted some money. He's at the backside of his career right now, so he's trying to make as much as he possibly can with the skills that he possesses right now, that he can really help a football team out. Really produce for a team and help a franchise out. But I thought it was kind of a waste for him to go there, but it is what it is. It's his decision at the end of the day. But that's why if you're going to take less, that's why you don't see. If there's a loaded team in the NFL, you don't see free agents signing big money. It just depends on the team. It just really depends. A team that has a lot of cap space can afford a guy like this for multi-year extension for a crap ton of money. But a team that's contending and has money already kind of loaded to certain positions right now, you're not going to put all your eggs in one basket and just sign a wide receiver 3 to your team. At least for the Eagles, he would have been a wide receiver 3, nothing more than that. Not even really the focal point. He would just be an extra weapon, a lot more firepower on this team. And obviously, as a number 3, he would excel so well, so that's all I really got to say about it. These guys think they know everything sometimes. I knew it was going to come down to money. I knew it wasn't just about a ring, because otherwise if it was, it would have been Buffalo, it would have been KC, it would have been the Philadelphia Eagles. There's no doubt about it. But going to a team that, he can't afford to go to a team that's on a rebuild, or I'm not saying the Titans are, but I just have this Kenny Golladay type feeling where he gets traded there, or I mean, he signs there, and he plays horrible. Not necessarily because he's playing horrible, because quarterback, and protection is going to be bad, So I don't know. I mean, the protection should be a little bit better this year for the Titans, but I think the one thing that the Titans do that just is really annoying is you don't build around a running back. Like the one thing you don't do is they might have a monster running back in Derrick Henry, but you don't build around a running back. And I think they have, Will Levis is still learning, and obviously I think Malik Willis should get more of a chance in Tennessee. That's just me. I just, Tannehill is it's just a wasted, it's going to be another wasted year for the Titans regardless. And I don't think, and look, if Hopkins does great, then great, good for him that he made the right decision. But in my opinion, in my pit of my stomach, I feel like it's going to be a Kenny Golladay situation. The only difference is that you actually have a talented player, and that ball is not going to get to him enough this year because Tannehill is either going to get pressured too much or, he's just not consistent in the pocket. And that's just the truth, and especially on pressure sometimes. So that's all I got to say about it. I'm good with what we have, and trust me, I'm excited about Zacchaeus. I'm excited about Quez Watkins. I'm also excited about some of the other guys, like Jaden Hazelwood and Charleston Rambo. Christian Nagata, they gave a lot of money to. The top undrafted free agent pay, guy that signed. So they have a lot of receivers here, a lot of receivers that have had, obviously they have played with Jalen Hurts before, which is great. So the chemistry is kind of already there because they play together in college, depending on the player. So I think there is a lot of options, but this is something the Eagles just weren't going to do. $12 million for the year. The Eagles weren't going to do that for a wide receiver 3. Obviously, he's going to have a better chance getting more money as a focal point. Now, is he going to get? He might even leave after 1 year. Who knows with the Titans? So it might not even last as long as everyone thinks it's going to. So we'll see. But let me know what you guys think about that the whole thing with DeAndre Hopkins. Did he make the right decision? Does it make any sense? Should he taken less money to get to a better team, or do you think he was all about money the whole time? Obviously it is kind of showing it, and that's what most of these players want now. So there's no loyalty in the NFL except for certain players. It just depends, but you never really get that. So if you last as long in this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like the video as well. It does help out the channel a lot. Will be the training camp is next week, so we will have videos every single day of every single bit of news we get out of training camp, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm pretty excited for it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Chicks, what up? Follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.